Have you ever heard about the mysterious disappearance of Frederick Valentich? In the year 1978, on a day like any other, Frederick Valentich, an Australian pilot on a training flight, vanished from the face of the earth. He was last heard reporting an unidentified aircraft tailing him, coupled with some alarming engine malfunctions. His chilling last communication, filled with trepidation and confusion, was abruptly cut off, leaving numerous questions unanswered. The authorities launched an extensive search operation, combing the skies and seas, hoping against hope to find some trace of Valentich or his aircraft. Alas, their efforts were in vain. Despite the tireless searches, no sign of Valentich or his aircraft was ever found. His disappearance left a void, a dark enigma that has puzzled investigators and enthusiasts alike for decades. But what happened to Valentich, and why does his disappearance remain a mystery? On the fateful evening of October 21, 1978, Frederick Valentich embarked on what was supposed to be a routine training flight. The young pilot took off from Moorabbin Airport in Victoria, setting course for King Island across the Bass Strait. The weather was clear, ideal for a night flight. Valentich was an experienced pilot, so the journey should have been uneventful. But as he soared above the dark waters of the strait, reality took a strange turn. Valentich radioed Melbourne Air Traffic Control, reporting an unusual aircraft in his vicinity. He described it as being metallic and shiny, with a green light. He couldn't identify its type. It seemed to be toying with him, moving erratically, at times hovering, then darting away at high speeds. Valentich was clearly perturbed, his voice betraying his growing anxiety. Then, with a chilling suddenness, he reported engine problems. His voice crackled through the radio, filled with confusion and fear. He tried to maintain his composure, to keep his plane under control, but the unidentified aircraft was still there, still playing its unnerving game. Then, in the midst of his distress call, the transmission was abruptly cut off. Following Valentich's sudden radio silence, a massive search operation was launched. The authorities left no stone unturned, scouring the vast expanse of the Australian coastline. The search was extensive, involving a large team of dedicated personnel. Men and women from various walks of life came together, united by a common purpose, to find Frederick Valentich. The determined group, fueled by hope and persistence, combed through thousands of square miles. The sea was searched meticulously, the skies scanned thoroughly, and the land was investigated with a fine-tooth comb. Despite the vast resources at their disposal, and the tireless efforts of those involved, they came up empty-handed. The search revealed no trace of Valentich or his aircraft. No wreckage, no personal items, nothing that would provide a hint about his whereabouts or shed light on what transpired that fateful night. The void left by the lack of physical evidence only deepened the mystery. It was as if Valentich and his aircraft had vanished into thin air, leaving behind only a chilling radio transmission and a trail of unanswered questions. The search was eventually called off, leaving more questions than answers. In the absence of concrete evidence, a number of theories have been proposed to explain Valentich's disappearance. Each one intriguing and perplexing in its own right, they've kept the mystery alive, compelling us to delve deeper into the unknown. One theory suggests that Valentich staged his own disappearance. Perhaps he wanted to start a new life, away from the limelight. But why would a promising young pilot with a passion for aviation abandon everything he knew and loved? It's a possibility, but one that raises more questions than it answers. Then there's the theory that Valentich became disoriented during flight and crashed. A plausible explanation considering the vastness of the ocean and the inherent risks of aviation, but extensive searches yielded no trace of the aircraft or its pilot, leaving this theory with its own set of unanswered questions. A darker theory proposes that Valentich committed suicide, but those who knew him best refute this, citing his zest for life and love for flying. This theory, while heartbreaking, lacks substantial evidence, leaving us grasping at straws. The most tantalizing theory of all suggests that Valentich encountered extraterrestrial activity. The possibility of a young pilot crossing paths with a UFO is the stuff of science fiction, but it's a theory that has found favor among UFO enthusiasts. They argue that a fast-moving object was seen near the area of Valentich's disappearance, but without solid proof, this theory remains in the realm of speculation. A review of radio transcripts has led some to propose that Valentich may have been deceived by an illusion, causing him to enter a downward spiral. This could explain his initial report of being followed by an unidentified aircraft and his subsequent disappearance. Despite these theories, the truth behind Valentich's disappearance remains shrouded in mystery. But one thing is for sure, the case of Frederick Valentich will continue to intrigue and baffle us for years to come.
So what do you think happened to Frederick Valentich? I think you should like and subscribe. Then leave your opinion as to what happened to Frederick in the comments below. Thank you.